Wait.
All right, everyone, welcome. The first pit stop on the way to the fantasy football season has come and it is gone. The keeper deadline was yesterday. Keepers should be set. But first, I am your host. I am your commissioner, owner of the Aardvark Kings, Grant Cron. Next to me, as always,
What up, buddy?
and all season will be my vice president and yours, reigning champion. My vice president, my co-host, owner of the champ is here, formerly known as Worst to First, Connor Logan. How are you doing?
Doing great, my friend. Feels good to be in the champion spot again.
In the
Ready to
winner's circle?
hit the two-peat here coming up.
Yeah. Only one other team has done it. Can you
That's
join?
true.
Can you join that circle?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
think?
plan.
Well, it all starts
plan,
here.
man.
It all starts today because last night was the keeper deadline. This morning, keepers were all set. So I will say, so when everybody's checking their team for keepers and all that, let me know if anything's missing. There was an issue with some of the teams that some boxes got unchecked or something happened that not everybody's keepers went through. Everybody has keepers, but maybe not necessarily all the ones that you
So far, it
selected.
seems like two. Seems like two, I
Yeah.
think, so far, but which isn't a lot, but
No.
whatever happened.
Yeah, just something weird happened in the system. So if as we're going over these, you notice like, oh shit, I meant to keep so and so. Why aren't they on the list? Let me know. I can add them back on. Everybody should have got the notification already this morning of me adding players to people's roster. It's because those people meant to be kept, and they just didn't get kept. Something happened that the box got unchecked, but doesn't matter right now because we're here. We're here for the draft day special. So before we get started, a couple pieces of info. Draft is less than a week away. It is Saturday. This upcoming Saturday. If everybody wants to get there 6 p.m. as soon as start kind of getting there about 6 p.m. as soon as everybody gets there, we can get going right away. I'll have probably about 15-20 minutes sermon off the top. We'll go over rule changes for the upcoming season. Even though I already sent a memo out, we'll just go over it again. If anybody has questions, that'll be the time. We do have a surprise. We got a big surprise.
Oh, yeah. You I almost forgot about it.
Yeah. I'll leave that as secret. Oh shoot, you know what I forgot to do, which we'll do today, is we got to pick a side pot.
Oh, fuck.
So I didn't put together a wheel, but we can do that live on air.
Yeah, we can brainstorm them right here.
Yeah, that's not a problem. We'll do
You
that.
guys can see how the process
Yeah,
works.
see how the
How the
sausage is
fucking
made.
gears turn. How the fucking smoke pours out of the ears.
We
And how
will
this is your
we'll do that at
favorite
the
fucking
end.
league.
So we'll do top 10, then we'll go over everybody's keepers, and then we'll pick a side pot.
Yep.
But so I
Side
guess
pot again. It's gonna remain the $15. We will accept the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, whatever for that. Cash only at the draft for your buy-in.
yes. And that, remember guys, that is your ticket to get in. If you do not have that, we will wait for you to go to an ATM and come back with it.
There is multiple very close.
Or if you don't have the money, we'll wait for you to rob the bank to come up with it, or however you, or sell your ass, however you want to come up with your $150. But
that'd be my go-to. Fucking head over to East Lake Street and fucking 10th and fucking.
Have you seen some of the people in this league? It's gonna be a long time to come up with $150 selling ass with some of these people. I mean, at best, some of these people are $5. That's a lot. That's a lot you got to turn and burn. No, but anyways, so yeah, that's your ticket to the draft. Make sure you have that. There, like last year, there'll be a collection box for you to put it into and cross your name off of. We will be doing it at Connor's place. I'll send out an address if anybody needs it. Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, we'll have food. It's shaping to be a pretty good menu. We'll actually have helpers this year. It's gonna be a big deal. You know, we get bigger and badder every year, and this year is certainly no exception.
Bring some beer. BYOB.
But anyways, we'll get into it. We'll start with top 10. Let's go. What do I got? Top 10 wide receiver. CD Lamb being the top person.
That's crazy.
Why do you think CD Lamb would be the top here? I mean, especially he hasn't played. He might not. I mean, this is all based on what CBS has said per projected fantasy points.
Yeah, projection. I mean, they're obviously projecting him to play. Him and Dak have that fucking connection. They're obviously dropping Jefferson down because of QB play. And who left fucking Dallas? That opened up more targets. Somebody left, right?
I don't know. What it would have been
Gallup.
Michael
retired.
Gallup. Oh, he retired.
Yeah.
Damn.
He was like 26. It's crazy to me that we got Marvin Harrison Jr. at 8. Like,
yeah, as a
we
rookie.
don't even know.
I mean,
right? We don't even know. Putting him in top 8 is kind of crazy, but
yeah,
hey, let him shine.
Well, yeah, and I'm kind of surprised to not see Cooper Kupp on here, to see Puka Nacua replace him. I thought even though Puka had a great year, Cooper Kupp would still be reigning champ.
Fade Nacua this year.
Yeah, that's.
He ain't repeating with Cooper Kupp healthy.
No, but I mean, I guess you never know. But I mean,
True.
Cooper Kupp had multiple good seasons in a row. Puka just has had one.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Probably because he's getting old.
Yeah. I am surprised also looking at this list to see Jamar Chase over Justin Jefferson. Is the QB play really that much of an effect? I mean,
it could go back and forth.
I mean, because they're saying, I mean, there's two people on this list, Jamar Chase and CD Lamb, who are in the middle of a holdout right now, aren't they?
Correct.
And CDs, I think everybody's expected to get resolved. But Jamar Chase has said he'll go through the entire season.
It's kind of wild.
So, I mean, I'm not
Fucking
saying he doesn't
Le'Veon
deserve
Bell.
to be top 10, but maybe at like
Correct.
10 or 9.
It definitely shouldn't be below Nakua.
Yeah.
Neither of them should. I mean, Nakua, if you're going to leave him in the top 10, put him at 10.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway.
All right, that's wide receivers. Let's go tight ends. Travis Kelce, Sam Laporte, Mark Andrews, Dalton Kincaid, and Evan Ingram rounding off the top 5. And your boy Trey McBride, I had to throw him on the graphic because
My boy.
I believe you're keeping him, and
Oh, yeah.
we've had a back and forth. I'm surprised to see Trey McBride up there, but I mean, I guess and that'll segue better into when we get to quarterbacks. I just don't have much faith in Kyler Murray, and that's where I think Trey McBride being 6 and maybe he should be 10 or 9
Oh,
comes
there's
into play.
had fucking multiple top 5 finishes on the year.
Yeah. Kyle Pitts, I'm kind of surprised to see on the list. I mean, I know he's got Kirk now, but it seems like every year,
This is his year.
every year, I think is supposed to be Kyle Pitts' year. Year one,
This
I
is the
mean,
one.
everybody was like, "Oh, he's the best tight end in the draft," and blah blah blah, and then just kind of fell flat, didn't get calls. Year two,
Had a
I
even
think
had a
they got
quarterback.
but year 2, they got like a new offensive coordinator that's supposed to be more friendly to him, and he only gets like 2 touchdowns. He gets his first ever touchdown, but only I think ended the year with like 2 or 3. And,
Yeah.
and it's always kind of just been.
It was like Marcus Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Evan Ingram being top 5 kind of surprises me a lot.
I don't see Travis Kelce being number 1
No.
at all. I see him falling to like I said, the bottom 5 of the top 10.
Yeah,
Still being productive
in
and
that
such,
6
but I
to
don't
10
think he's
range.
number 1 or in his top 3 typical. I don't think that happens.
I think it'll depend on how, because last year we saw a slowdown with the entire Chiefs team, especially during the regular season, and that I feel like had a lot to do with Kelce's production going down. I mean, yeah, he lost a little bit of a step, but I think this year it could be a big year for him also because Rashee Rice might get suspended, Hollywood Brown is hurt. And then who else do
I think
they have?
Hollywood Brown is expected to be fine.
Oh, is he?
I believe so.
It's like who do you throw to down there except for
That
Kelce?
new rookie too.
Yeah, but he was getting beat up in press coverage, wasn't he? Wasn't that him that those videos came out about?
Yeah, I think so.
And so it might turn into they got nobody else. I mean, especially last year, nobody had hands except for Kelce.
Yeah,
on the Chiefs. Maybe it's the same this year. And if it is, that might help keep them up in that top half.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's true. Guess we'll find out.
Yeah, that's tight ends. Let's get to running backs. Here's where some of these lists start to get interesting. Wide receivers, tight ends, fine. Running backs, though. Kyron Williams up there. James Cook up there.
Top 10. I like that list.
Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, he had a great year, but he also did a lot of split ball with Montgomery. And if they keep it the same, does that still keep him a top 10 running back? If they stay such... I mean, they're the only true split ball team last year.
I kind of think if he's healthy, which he's got a hamstring injury right now, I think he's going to take it over more so than he did last year,
Yeah.
being a rookie.
Well, I mean, it worked for him last year. They both did. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs, I mean, at one point led the league in touchdowns when Montgomery, like, led the league for yards. Or vice versa. So he had a great year as split ball. And, yeah. Your boy James Cook up there in number 6.
Mm-hmm.
That
and 9.
Yeah, and ETN. You also had Jonathan Taylor, but you didn't keep him. You had 3 of the top 10. Too bad you let Jonathan Taylor go. Which, I mean, what was his price? His price tag was 60.
60.
That's up there, yeah. Joe Mixon being 10 though.
New team. He's been a consistent 1,000-yard back when healthy. He's fucking the only guy out there because obviously Damian Pierce fell on his fucking face. But maybe I guess that was a sophomore slump, possibly.
Yeah. Do you think he should be higher up this list? Do you think he should be around that 5 mark, or you think 10 is perfect?
No, but I'm also surprised at a couple of people on this list. So,
like, who are you surprised about?
James Cook, honestly.
James Cook being 6? Yeah.
Yeah, I could see him around like 12.
Yeah, especially just because it's not much of a running offense. It's all pass, but
that's what his game is. He's a great receiving back. Plus, I think they're probably doing it because there's nobody there anymore. They lost their top 2. They got Keon Coleman that came in and Curtis Samuel and Kincaid, and those are going to be the top 3.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be a few more dump-offs to the side.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is based on fantasy points, not necessarily true running back production. So, being a PPR league, that does help some of his stats out.
And I think it's exactly like the same thing for ETN and Gibbs.
Yeah.
Just receiving backs that are going to thrive most likely.
Yeah.
Though they did bring in some guy, I forget who it is, down in Jacksonville that they want to take a little bit of pressure off ETN, but that could also help him be more productive because he's got more energy.
Yeah.
If they don't take, 50% of his shit away. If that happens, obviously he goes down. But
yeah,
we take the risk. We take the fucking risk.
Yeah, no, I mean you gotta. How much? I guess we'll get into that in a little bit. But how much did you pay for James Cook? 12?
20. 26 or something like that. It was him and ETN were very similar prices, mid-20s, I believe.
Anybody on this list really stick out that like you would spend the bank on?
Oh, for sure, I'd spend it on Breece Hall.
Breece Hall. That's kind of in my head. I was like, that's where my head is at. How do you feel about Saquon Barkley? New team.
Fuck, I don't know, man. He's been one this entire offseason that I haven't really been able to form an opinion on because I don't trust any Eagle just because it's been so widespread. Now they got Jahan Dotson. That's yet another target. That was first round. They gave up 3 picks. They're going to feed him.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. I mean, he's going to be productive, certainly.
Yep.
But with that many key components, how do you expect him to get top 3 fantasy points? I don't know.
Yeah, he really has to make do with the little he gets.
Well, isn't Swift there too?
No, Swift is in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
But still, I mean, just adding all the wide receiver weapons.
Oh, plus Dallas Goedert, too. They love him.
Yeah. And so it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a run-heavy offense. And so he's going to get...
Well, that's not really his game. I mean, yeah, obviously he's a running back, but he's a receiving back.
True, but I mean, he's also deadly running the ball. So he's really going to,
fair enough.
Because I would say he's probably going to average 11 to 15 touches a game, which is not a little, it's not a lot.
He's going to... I think he's kind of preserving Jalen Hurts a little bit. Like he's going to go in and do those goal line touchdowns now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really going to have to make the most of, I think, the little he's going to get. Which
Yeah, the
he also
touchdown
is
is going
that
to have to be
guy who can do
true.
that. But it's
Exactly.
just,
Yeah.
are we going to get that guy this year?
I could see him finishing like 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think a non-top 10 is a question. I think he's going to be top 10.
Yeah.
It's just
Right. I'm with you.
top 5 is adventurous.
Top 3 is yeah. But yeah, Brees Hall was kept. I'm pretty sure though. So
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
able
Brees
to
Hall.
have money spent on him.
Yeah, I think Billy kept Brees Hall. Yep. Looking at it right now. Kyron Williams doesn't really surprise me, but I'm excited to see how he does.
But yeah, I don't know.
All right, we'll move on. Let's go to QBs. Where are you? Right there. Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, and Lamar Jackson top 5. Jordan Love being number 4 really surprises me. I don't, especially he didn't have a wide receiver on the top 10 list, and he's got 3 or 4 of them.
There was no good ones. There were so many dropped passes out in Green Bay last year.
That was beginning of the season, though. As the season, like they were definitely a second half team. I feel like they perfectly fit into. You can't win the season at the beginning, but you can lose it. They lost it early, and then they popped late, and it was too little, too late.
I think if they continue how they finish, they're going to be a pretty good team. Plus, they added some people. They got a little help.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs being at running back helps there.
Well, I mean, they went from Aaron Jones to Jacobs. It wasn't much different.
I think Jacobs is a lot better than Aaron Jones.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. And it's just kind of a gut feeling, but dealt with less injury. I think Aaron Jones only had 1 season over 1,000 yards rushing, and never many touchdowns. I think 1 season he had like 15. The rest he's had like 4 or 5 rushing touchdowns.
I don't know about all that.
And Josh Jacobs. But Jordan Love, I don't know. Yeah, let's see if I can't pull it up real quick.
Young Jamie. Type in fucking Aaron Jones versus Josh Jacobs stats, career stats, or something like that, or season stats.
It's listening to us.
Oh, stupid bitch. Stupid science, bitch. Anthony Richardson surprises me on here, but then again, it's all projection. You know, they're expecting him to have a good year because he played 2 games in the NFL. They were top 4 finishes both games, but
yeah,
putting him in the top 10. I mean, all right. I believe he was kept. Stroud was kept. Burrow was kept. Lamar was kept. Love was kept. Mahomes was kept, and fucking Jalen Hurts was kept.
So looking at the stats here, it looks like Aaron Jones was running back 36 last year, and Josh Jacobs was 25. It's not giving me career stats, just last year. I wish it would give me like full career. But I mean, Josh Jacobs dwarfed Aaron Jones's numbers last year. Like in every category.
Look at games played.
13 to 11.
Neither of them played much.
No. But Josh Jacobs had 805 yards in 13 games. Where Aaron Jones had 656. Josh Jacobs had a 63-yard run last year. Damn.
Aaron Jones had 3 over 1,000-yard seasons in Green Bay.
Let me pull up Josh Jacobs stats.
Anyway, we are wasting time.
Josh Jacobs has had 3 over 1,000 in 5 years. But yeah, all right, not really that important anymore. We're not even talking about running backs. But I'm just Jordan Love being number 4 is kind of crazy.
That's risque.
I think if anything, if he's gonna be on this list, it's at like 10 or 9. And then you know what? I'll say it. I've said it all the time, but to leave Kirk Cousins off this, disrespect. I mean, and then like I say, to put Jordan Love, come on.
How do you think Brock Purdy does?
I think he's going to do pretty good, actually. I mean, he did pretty good last year. He showed signs in the few games he played the year before, and now he's just building on it. If Ayuk does come back, he's got Debo. It should be pretty exciting for Brock Purdy. He should do pretty good. Joe Burrow being at 8 under Brock Purdy does surprise me. But he also did he lose T. Higgins this year? Or who did
I think
he
they
lose?
franchise tagged him.
Who did he lose? He lost someone. Tyler Boyd?
Yeah.
That was a pretty solid wideout 3.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a wideout 3, so it doesn't really matter.
Right. It's not 1 or 2. Anybody that can come in and fill a 3 void.
Yeah. It'll just I guess it'll depend on how Jamar Chase does, what he does this year.
Right.
Jalen Hurts being at the top surprises me, though. That's behind Jordan Love, probably the second biggest shock. I think I would have put Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes up top there. And then Jalen Hurts maybe 3 or 4. Did you hear any of the reports of him and Sirianni not getting along, and that's why the Eagles kind of fell apart? Or was it Jalen Hurts was kind of like a locker room cancer last year?
I did not know.
That's I don't know how true the report was, but they were just kind of saying that, and that's why the Eagles fell apart in the second half, is just because there was kind of some beef and animosity going through the locker room. So also just kind of leading into why it's kind of surprising to me that Jalen Hurts is up top there, but
he still hasn't really sold me either.
But he's got weapons, and especially now with Jahan Dotson.
Yeah, he's got like the best wide receiver trio in the game.
All right, we'll move on. We'll go to kickers. I guess this will be quick. Anything that stands out to you? Any kicker you felt should be on the list?
Disrespect.
Yep. I always feel like he should be number 1. But now, I mean, especially with this new kid coming in, who just hit a 66-yarder? Was it the kicker for the Lions?
I don't remember, but I saw that too. But that's also one of them things that isn't going to get attempted all that much, you know?
I mean, he hit it with plenty of room.
Miss it, yeah, but if you miss it, they get it there, you know?
Yeah.
It's a lot of field to give up.
That's a lot of points to gain, though, if he does hit it.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
you're
right. I mean,
end
of the half, end of the game. But still, that's 2 chances at a 60-pluser that your guy could have that pretty much adds almost 10 points in that one kick.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Points for the fucking our kickers.
But Harrison Butker being at 5 also kind of surprised me.
It?
What's that?
You lose a point if he misses it?
Yeah, this year it'll be just a point. Next year it'll be scaled. But like the further it is, the less points you'll
Well, yeah, that's
you'll
what I thought.
lose.
Like 60 was 1.50 was 2.
No, this year it's just one across the board. Next year we'll scale it to be
Okay.
based on distance. We'll ease it in this year a little bit.
Makes sense. Let's do it. Excited.
But yeah, outside of that, I don't think anybody on this list kind of surprised me. Young Ho Koo, I guess, being up at number 1, but also he's a good kicker. Just like you say, you would have thought
Yes.
your Jake Elliott's, your Justin Tuckers, or your Harrison Butkers would have been in that number 1 spot.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's go to defense. All right, defense, last top 10. Ravens, Bills, Jets, Chiefs, Cowboys, rounding out the top 5. With the number 10 being the 49ers. Anything kind of surprise you on this list?
Honestly, I never know what
Yeah.
the defenses are going to look like.
Yeah, defenses are always kind of shot in the dark a little bit. Everybody
Right.
does it's pretty much, I feel like it comes down to who gives up the least amount of yards. It's not necessarily about anything else.
Football.
Browns have historically kind of been up there the last few years. Jets being this high is kind of a new thing. I mean, last year they were pretty high, but Sauce Gardner really changing that defense around.
Yeah.
I feel like Ravens being number 1 was kind of like a sneaky who saw that.
Not me.
Because you would think it would be like your Jets, your Cowboys, Dolphins, Browns, or 49ers. But Ravens creeping up, taking that number 1 spot, so.
Yeah, maybe they did something that I didn't know about.
Yeah, maybe they got some people on there that nobody knows about, but just got crazy stats.
Who knows?
But yeah, so all right, let's go to keepers. Gotta close that. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, you need keepers now, don't you? All right, there you go. You should have the keepers.
Got it.
All right. Do we want to do it in this view, or should we? What does it look like if we go to on a team basis? What do you think? What do you think of that?
I can barely see either of them, but that's probably better.
Hold on, let's see.
Because this has price on it. So, oh, there you go. Whoa, a little bright. Like halfway between that.
I don't know how to change that, if I'm being completely honest.
You did. From dark to bright. Oh, there, now it's dark again.
Well, yeah, because I'm just going to between my 2 monitors. All right, we're going to keep it on this monitor because it's better for the stream to see it this way. All right.
Yes, it is. Starting with you.
Yeah, we'll start with me because we'll start in the double A's. Gus Edwards, Tyreek Hill, Drake London, Kirk Cousins. Let me pull up my calculator and we'll go over cost for teams.
It says it at the bottom.
$108 is my total salary. What do you think of them? Gus Edwards should probably be number 1, but only $5. Tyreek Hill,
$5 worth it.
But
68.
You know, I handcuffed
solidifies
myself.
Yep.
Because
solidifies a top 2 receiver, though. It's going to be a very productive player. I mean, you probably overpaid by like $6, but you allowed yourself that guy.
That, and I gave up a lot of trade offers to keep him, so I felt like I kind of needed to. Otherwise, I should have taken some of those trade offers.
Yeah.
And then the 1-2 punch with Kirk Cousins and Drake London. I'm really kind of banking. I'm banking on that to really pay off good, but
I like that. I still think you should have kept fucking Gabe Davis for $3.
Yeah,
But
it's too late.
too late.
All right, we'll go to Mike's artificial turf toe tappers. Michael Pittman and C.J. Stroud. Keeping 2
with a full bag.
Yeah. C.J. Stroud should do very good for him. C.J. Stroud, top 10 quarterback. Michael Pittman, not in the top 10, but only $11 and could sneak and find his way into top 10 if Anthony Richardson really finds him and loves him.
He had so many receptions.
Yeah.
He gets a ton of targets.
And good hands, too. Even, was it last year? He got a hospital ball thrown at him and got a hospital ball hit and still held on to it. So he can catch in traffic. The boy's got hands.
He's a big boy.
All right. Big Smith Energy. Jalen Hurts, Breece Hall, Devonta Smith, Garrett Wilson, Evan Ingram, and Jets defense.
Look at that Evan Ingram keep. Sneaky. Like it.
I don't know. I'm not a big Evan Ingram fan. I had him a few years ago, and just kind of fell flat. But that was when he was with the Giants. Now he's been a few years with Jacksonville, and it's definitely been better for him.
Yeah, he should be pretty good this year.
But he just also kind of had an attitude. It was with the Giants of just didn't really care. But he's done better with Jacksonville, so I'll be surprised to see how he does this year. Anybody on this? There's a lot of keepers. Anybody else jumping out at you that you see that you like, that you don't like?
Well, obviously Breece Hall, and I'm not sold on any Eagle, but it's a good price tag for him.
For Devonta Smith and Jalen Hurts, yeah, it's a nice 1-2 punch.
Right. I don't know. Like I said before, there's so much love to be spread in the Eagles' offense. It's hard to dedicate. Obviously, Jalen Hurts is going to be productive, so you might as well have one of his guys.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on to Bijan Mustard. Decent amount of keepers. Keeping Jordan Love.
And not one of them is Bijan Robinson.
No. Well, Billy I think he traded away Bijan to Billy.
I know.
Last year.
I know, but his name's Bijan Mustard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jordan Love, Kenneth Walker, Puka Nacua, Dalton Kincaid, DJ Moore, and Chris Olave. He's not spending more than $20 on any of his keepers. Kenneth Walker being his most
70
expensive.
spent.
70 spent, yeah. Not a bad set of keepers. Again, I guess I'm nervous and hesitant about Jordan Love, but that just because he's a Packer.
Oh, I would have kept him for $12.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably would have thrown him back and taken a chance at either him being cheaper or somebody else. But 12 also isn't terrible.
No.
I like Kenneth Walker. That's his most expensive. He's RB1 in Seattle. I mean, did he get injured last year? If I pull up his...
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, he played 15 games last year. Had 905 yards and 8 touchdowns. Zach Charbonnet is RB2. And I like Charbonnet. I mean, they're both pretty solid running backs.
Right.
DJ Moore is a pretty good
Kincaid's going to be a
keep.
Yeah. And Kincaid.
Yeah. People kind of stacking their tight ends already.
And Olave. Yep.
Oh yeah, Olave for $9. We might see him on this team for a few years.
Correct.
All right, Cowboys D for 54. Not much, but keeping 2 QBs and Jared Goff and Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, it's not even $20.
Yeah. And then keeping Njoku and
I like the
Jalen Warren.
Jalen Warren. I like that Warren keep. He was gonna be one of the guys I was going after this year.
Yeah. Is he taking over for Najee? Or Najee?
Not officially, but
You think
will
that could
be.
be the way? Yeah.
He will be. They already split like fucking 49-51% last year
Oh, did they really?
in Najee favor.
He had 4 touches, 784 yards on 149 attempts. It's pretty good.
And I'm pretty. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he was a rookie last year.
Yes, I believe so. No, it'd be 2 years ago because this will be his 3rd year.
Okay.
He averaged.
Yeah,
where's last year's stats? He averaged 5.3 yards a carry, which is very good.
Yeah, it is. Anything over 4.5 is good.
Yeah.
We were right back and grab a water.
All right. Yeah, Jared Goff, I think, should do pretty good. I mean, if we think the Lions are going to be as good as what they were last year, and then taking a shot on Richardson and keeping him. I mean, I think he drafted him with the idea of that was going to kind of be his franchise QB.
Yeah, I believe I remember that.
And so sticking to it and could be pretty profitable for him.
I would have kept them both as well, honestly.
They're both projected damn near the same. 350. Oh, you guys can't see it on screen. 355 for Richardson and 351 for Goff. So it's a coin flip on both of them.
It's also really nice just to have a QB option for the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, kind of feel it out, see who you like, see who does good, and then make a good decision.
Right. And then if they're both doing good, you keep them both. You know?
Yep. Yeah. Why not? All right.
Dennis. This is one I have not seen yet.
Matthew Stafford, Ezekiel Elliott, Kyron Williams, Jordan Addison, Tank Dell, Jake Ferguson, and Adam Thielen. Oh, someone actually posted in the chat. Should I pass on Waddle? I can't see that. Should I pass on Waddle and D. Smith to get a stack like Stroud and Diggs? Ooh.
What?
Someone posted put in the chat here. Should I pass on Waddle and D. Smith to get a stack like Stroud and Diggs? It's just,
No. Because you're really just relying on Stroud to get you those points. I don't think Diggs is going to be a points guy this year, really. I mean, he's going to see some looks, but I think they have their 1-2 solidified. I think he's kind of just like that scary third weapon that's going to get his 60-yard touchdowns, but not a lot.
And Waddle
he will.
And Devonta Smith, I believe that's who he's talking about, would be very good. I mean, even though they're wideout twos, very, very, very talented wideout twos, could probably be wideout ones on any other team.
Right. They're both also, I believe Waddle's like number 16 in the top receivers, and Smith is like 14. Like you got 2 top 20s there that are both going to produce.
Yeah. And
plus you can stack one of their quarterbacks.
This is a good segue into Tank Dell being on Danny's keeper. Does Tank Dell do better than Diggs?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go Nico, Tank, Diggs.
Yeah.
Which is insane to say.
Yeah, especially the Diggs that we knew or thought of a couple years ago.
Right, but he also has been tapering every year since.
Yeah.
Not hefty, but it's been going down.
noticeable. Not big, but noticeable.
Yeah, like 100 yards or 200 yards a season, which isn't crazy.
No,
Maybe 100,
but
but I don't know.
if that
That's just
trend
my
keeps
opinion.
going that way.
I think the Diggs thing is Diggs is just going down. Not that he's not still an elite wide receiver. I think he's just got better young talent in front of him now, just because he's losing steps.
Yeah.
Or that's what I think. But only time will tell. They got good tight ends there too that got to catch the ball, and they got to feed Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
A lot of shit happening in Houston. Just but yeah, I think you're trying to get the points out of Stroud that you would get for Smith and Waddle.
Yeah. Anybody on this list kind of jump out to you from Danny, from the Dana
Zeke,
system?
but I mean, he's $2.
$2, yeah, and he's going to probably be running back 1. It's just, I mean, it's probably an empty tank of Zeke at this point. But
well, seeing his preseason footage was pretty rough, or his camp footage.
Yeah.
Thielen, I don't know. I'm sure he'll get some catches still.
What do you think?
Again, $2.
What do you think of Addison at 23? At 23
he
bucks,
was productive.
Is he going to get suspended?
Yeah.
So how does that weigh into you keeping him or not? At $23?
Me personally at 23, yeah.
Yeah.
You're missing. I mean, like, that's a lot of money for somebody who's missing. Like, they're guaranteeing basically 3 games.
Yeah.
At least.
And I guess
I don't know.
You never know when it's going to happen. It could happen middle of the season, beginning, and
but
he's
supposed to. His court hearing's October 20th. I believe.
Yeah,
so it could be
also
between like week 7, 8, 9, mid-season.
Yeah, it also could be one of those things though, where it's like with Kamara's, it got pushed off for like a year and a half.
Right, but he wasn't having like court dates set. They were just pushing off the hearing.
Yeah.
Now he's like, because he's already been convicted guilty. Camaro's was like, they weren't sure if they were charging him type shit.
Which is crazy because there was like literally video footage of him beating the shit out of a guy.
Right.
And like almost killing the guy.
That's the difference there.
Yeah. I just could see it be one of those things that they keep pushing off the court date until the end of the season, and then he goes in, and then the suspension could come next year. Without
all of that, though, I think he still goes for at least $23, though. So I don't hate the price tag for him.
Yeah,
it's weird beyond, and he's suspended.
Yeah. The price is not wrong if he was it without the possibility of a suspension looming. But the possibility of a suspension looming, do you pay the 23 or do you just kind of see what happens?
I think it's a good risk.
Yeah. Kyron Williams at 12 is pretty good. Thielen at 2 could be pretty good. I mean, who else just joined him down in Carolina?
Deontay Johnson.
Yes. Might take away from Thielen, but could also help Thielen a lot.
100%.
But for $2,
yeah,
fuck it, why not?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's move on.
Absolutely.
To the formerly Natalina wine mixer, now the Make Football Violent again. Shane is keeping Raheem Mostert, Zay Flowers, Cortland Sutton, and Lamar Jackson.
I like the entire list, honestly. I mean, Cortland Sutton for $9, probably wideout 1 in Denver, or actually is wideout 1 in Denver. Yep. Raheem Mostert, touchdown machine.
Yeah.
And then you got the Lamar Zay Flowers stack.
Yeah. Should be
with
pretty...
with 144 to spend.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was only spending 56 on these cats.
That's a
Did have
good start. I mean,
he did have Josh Allen, but decided to keep Lamar Jackson over him.
significant price. I remember seeing
Oh, was it really?
Josh Allen like high 40s.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, good kind of. I like Raheem Mostert a lot. Fantastic
Yeah.
football player. I mean, last year did pretty good. Years before that, I mean, did great everywhere, but kept getting injured. So now down in Miami, he's
Yeah, he did. I think he
stayed
did real
healthy.
good last year.
What's that?
Yeah. I think he's going to be a great player this year. If you got A-Chain to split with and keep a little workload off of him, he's not going to be, like your top 5, 6, 7 finisher, but he's going to be well in the teens, I bet.
Yeah. Post Mahomes, John's team. He's keeping Mike Evans, Patrick Mahomes, and T.J. Hawkinson. 3 players for a combined $88.
Now, I go over everybody's team like fucking and study this shit. And I was just kind of looking this one and weighing it out. He had an option at Amari Cooper for like the same price as Mike Evans, I think. I feel like I probably would have sent the 4-game minimum missing TJ Hawkinson packing, saved some money, and kept a wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
Also,
who else? He had Cincinnati's running back.
Zach Moss. He is fucking for like $5.
Yeah.
Or $12.
Yeah.
I probably would have kept those 2, and
I think at 5
fucking,
I would have kept them. At 12, it's a coin.
I think
flip.
it was 12.
It's a coin flip for me at 12, where it's like I don't hate the keep, but also that keep might not do anything. So you flip.
He's going to get you
flip the
touches
coin and
and
see where it
touchdowns,
goes.
I think.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I've said it before. I think T.J. Hawkinson could also be a really, really great keep because if he misses 4 or 6 games and he comes back and he is the T.J. Hawkinson that we know, I mean, $41 is fine because he's going to get those touches. He's going to be there for your playoff push, ideally.
Yep.
So, it's kind of a 50-50 coin toss. What do you want? Quantity over quality, or you like your risk taking that could be your fucking league winning?
Yeah.
And here we have the risk taken for a try and attempt the league winning.
Yeah.
It's tough to build a team around that with that little bit of money, though. 120 to fill
out most of a team.
Most of your roster. Yep.
All
There's a big team.
Moving on to Purple Rain, Jacob's team. And first of all, I want to just highlight, look at his team logo. I love his team logo. I wish I could click on it.
Can you pull it up?
No, I can't. I wish I could. Love it. Guys, this is what you can expect because he had set his team name early. We can get logos made for some of those teams early. This is one of them. I think this is one of my favorite ones. But yeah,
it's pretty badass.
Yeah, I think it's very sick. So yeah, we'll talk more about that at the end. But his team is Joe Burrow, Devon A-Chain, Mostert's number 2, Rashad White, Jamar Chase, Debo, Sam Laporta, and Jameson Williams. That's
a
heavy team, and
it's a good start.
$68 is what he's spending on all that. Compare
Here's
that to John, who kept $80 for 3 people.
Obviously you have to keep Debo Samuel for $5, but I can see his number going down again. Jameson Williams, I like that keep a lot for $5 because I feel like he eventually and will come around and be a productive guy down the outside, very fast, long, big bomb touchdowns.
Yep.
What's Jamar Chase going to do? We don't know. But excellent price tag again. Rashad White for 3, excellent price tag. And well built team for very cheap. He's got a lot of money to toss at a couple of stars.
He spends
And look
$68
out
on all of them. I'm spending $68 just on Tyreek Hill.
on Tyreek.
Yeah.
Yeah, look out for this team already. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to have a lot of money to fill up very little. If you want to talk about building for the future, this is what it looks like right here.
Right here.
I
Yep.
mean,
he did a lot. He did some trading. He did some great drafting, and
Yeah.
here's where it brought to him.
Yeah, this is
Which,
looking very good for him.
tell you what, that brings the number 2 in there.
Yeah.
Trading, great price tags.
And he's the most decorated side pot winner also.
Also
He's won the side
true.
pot 2
He's
years
still
in a row.
decorated quite heavily.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have any hardware.
It doesn't have any of the good hardware. But yeah. All right, let's go. Stadium Hot Dogs, the new team taking over for better luck next time. Only 2 players out of the entire team. He's keeping Zamir White and CD Lamb.
Number 1 receiver in the league, projected for 48. Great keep. Would have been more expensive anyway.
Yep.
And Zamir White. I that's another guy I was going to go after. But obviously he's being kept.
Yep.
I would have comfortably spent high 20s on him.
Yeah. Yeah, 25-ish, 26.
Yeah, maybe even 28. He's good receiving. He did fucking excellent when Josh Jacobs went down last year. He did fucking great.
450 yards on 104 attempts. Well, let's pull up the stats. 2023. He did 4.3 per carry.
Yeah,
pretty good. Yeah, he should
catches fucking almost all of his targets.
Yeah. Yeah,
and he was a rookie, right?
Oh
no, 2022 he was in the league. Let's see.
Yeah. So this will be his 3rd year. He was a sophomore last year.
Fuck, only 100 attempts with 454. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
And he's projected
Let the man
1,200
cook.
yards this year.
$12, it's not really that big of a risk.
No. Yeah, so that's and it looks like he updated his logo. This is what he actually had AI make this as a reference to what he wanted. And then when we were talking, he was just like, dude, that's actually like pretty sick as it is. So we just stuck with it. I cleaned it up a little bit, but again, another example of a sick team logo that we'll start incorporating into our league. All right, now we got your team here.
You.
Oh, I gotta go right there. All right, Travis Etienne, Nico Collins, Amon-Ra, Trey McBride, James Conner, Jalen Waddle, James Cook.
Building for the future, baby.
Very
taking
talented
championships
wide
while we do it.
receiver room. Pretty talented running back room.
Hey, that's 2 top 10ers right there, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I said pretty talented. I think your wide receiver room is more talented than your running back room, but that is just a testament to how good your wide receiver room is right now.
Truth be told.
Really building towards the future. You have $111 in salary right now. So you're going to have a thin draft, but you don't have much left to make up.
Nope.
Just a couple more in your starting lineup and 5 players you need? Something like that? 2, 4, 6.
1, 2, 3, 6. Right, 5 on the bench.
I believe it's 5 on the bench.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so 6.
6 players?
But two of those positions should cost me $5 total.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have plenty of money to go out and probably spend big on one person you really, really like and want to secure. So we got some hitters in this league this year. Some good keepers. I like the Amon-Ra. I like the Nico Collins.
2 Pete, baby.
ETN. James Conner. James Cook. Great. Looking great.
You know, and James Conner was just a fucking sneaky monster for me last year that I
Yeah.
kept, and I just couldn't disrespect him by sending him back for $18. I mean, he honestly helped me solidify the victory in the league. So
Had over 1,000 yards last year. Had 201 fantasy points. Um,
it was his best. It was his career best.
had 7 touchdowns, 7 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns. Yeah, had a great season.
Yeah, I mean, it's like high RB2 numbers,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
comfortable with an $18 RB2.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And then last team, the White Bronco Boys. Again, another example. Here we had a logo made. It says the White Bronco Boys are on the tire, back of a Bronco. He's keeping David Montgomery, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and Isaiah Pacheco. How do you feel about Pacheco?
Oh, I tried really hard to trade for him last year.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I believe he was on 2 different teams that I tried to trade for him from too, because I believe Jacob started with him.
Yes, I believe so.
I threw trades at him and I threw trades at Trevor, trying to get Pacheco. So in other words, I like him
Yeah,
because of his price tag for one and production two.
yeah,
It's like I knew he was going to be a next year keeper, and I would have been getting numbers out of him this same year as well. So yeah, very high on that keep. That's awesome.
Brandon Ayuk for 15. I think that's a pretty great keep. I mean, if he can figure out a lot of this contract stuff. I mean, 49ers are also, I think, kind of sitting there like, no, we have you. Like, play for us.
I don't.
But he just doesn't want to.
Right. George
David,
Kittle for 36 is.
a little high?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about George Kittle anymore. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
he's always fucking hurt, missing games. It's hard to win when your fucking guy isn't there.
Yeah. Let's take a look at his last year's stats.
I mean, I still love
2023.
George Kittle, but like, oh, he played most of the last year.
Yeah, he played 16 games, but
He
over
had a great
1,000
year.
yards, 6 touchdowns, 213
Yeah,
fantasy points.
had a great year.
They
I
have
don't
him
know. Maybe I'm
projected
fucking.
for only 196 fantasy points this year. And less than 1,000 yards. Well, I guess he's only done it twice.
Well, that and you got Ayuk, you got Debo, you got fucking CMC. Just yeah, I mean 36. I'm sure he would go in that ballpark.
Yeah,
anyway.
you probably didn't
So,
get a good deal on him, but you didn't overpay for him.
Right.
You
You're
just
not
pretty much you
drowning
just
because of
secured
it.
him.
See, he's one of them ones where like I feel like I would have to spend some money on a second tight end to have Kittle.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
so you
like
got to
drop a little
factor
18.
that into his price.
Right.
Yeah, so that's
Gotta find just in case he goes down.
yeah, that's all the keepers.
That's the year, baby.
All right,
Let's get it.
let's put together a wheel for side pod.
Okay. Let's try and think of what we have done.
We've done
We've done rushing touchdowns.
hold on.
We've
done flex touchdowns, receiving touchdowns. Hold on, let me get this.
Field goals, sacks.
I gotta get this framed up better.
Let's see, so
All right.
do.
All let's see here. You guys can't see that, can you? No. All right. Oh, I guess real quickly, while I have this pulled up, before we get into this, let's talk rivalries. Everybody in our league has a rivalry. I have the sheet pulled up. I don't know. Can you see it or? Okay. So I have it on an Excel spreadsheet. Everybody's rival. We'll go over this on the draft again, but
Team names obviously need to be changed.
and that's why it would be nice if everybody had the same team name forever. But I'm also not going to enforce that. I know I can't enforce that.
I can't bless you with that.
It would be nice if everybody kept the same team name forever. But
Well, if I keep winning, I will.
Eventually everybody will have a trophy. Like me and Trevor, should say the White Bronco boys now, but because it goes back to before Trevor, me and Sam had just like, he beat me in the first ever championship, and just like in a amazing way. I mean, great comeback from him. And then me and Trevor have had some battles that we battle over the brass spittoon. Eventually one day we'll have a trophy, but right now it'll just kind of be a metaphorical trophy. Everybody else can think of their own, or me and Connor will come up with fun ones that eventually, like I say, if we like this idea, if this idea sticks, we'll have actual physical trophies for everyone for their rivalry matchup, just like college football, but it'll be between your guys' two teams to pass it back and forth. Like, you guys will go get a beer together, hand off the trophy, hang out, kind of get to know everybody in the league a little bit, you know? But, all right, so then if we go to, I have a little bit of a analog record book here. All of the championship matches.
On this side pot one,
Yep.
should try and either... Oh, wait, never mind. Fuck, you did. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because the first year we did it in CBS. I know we did. I think we did passing yards. I can't figure out what the amount was. So
yeah, that's whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
So these are the previous side pots we've done and said winners of them. And let's take a little trip over to the right side pot funders. The amount of times someone's donated to the side pot over the years. Like I said, I can't go back to 2020 when we first started it to see who did. So this is just through the CBS era. And
God, I love my category.
Travis, Natalie, and Harley all tied for first. John at second. Well, I guess fourth, technically. And then, yeah, I've donated twice. You've donated 0 times.
Because we win in championship games, baby.
But yeah, so this is kind of, I'm keeping like a record book here of a lot of this stuff. So eventually I'm sure we might change apps or move over. Right now we have no plans to, but like analog records is going to be nice. Shitty winners.
100%.
It's a battle for some of the shitties. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, here's the categories we've done before. Most passing yards, most field goals, most flex receiving touchdowns, and most sacks.
All right.
So we should probably try and get 10 side pot categories on here.
I like that number.
We came up with a couple really good ones the other day.
And really quickly, too, and they've all escaped my head.
Was it defensive interception yards?
Oh, yeah, it was interception yards. That was one of them. So was interceptions, just plain. But those are pretty similar.
Well, we can do. We'll put them both on.
What if we just did rushing touchdowns overall? Your whole team. Whether your quarterback gets it, the flex gets it, the fucking RB gets it.
All right, I got that on there. Is it whole team touchdowns?
What about kicking yards?
Oh, I
Field goal
like that one.
made yards.
That's on there. I really like that one a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Do we do most or least? Most?
Yeah, because you don't want to punish. Like, this should be
Yeah.
something that it should be ideally good for you to get. Because I wouldn't want to draft my kicker to try and get the least amount of points out of them.
Yeah.
Because I'd probably forget about the side pot and just fucking draft a good kicker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Personally.
What other categories? Anybody watching in the chat, feel free to send us a category to throw on the wheel if you guys think of any. You saw the ones that we did. What else could we do? Reception.
They could just do like rushing yards or receiving yards or quarterback rush yards or fucking flexing rush yards.
Oh, let's go flex rush yards.
Could do.
That's 5. We need 5 more.
Quarterback passing yards, make it a big fucking category.
I think we do that already.
Oh yeah,
Shane says
you might be right.
Tackle for loss yards.
Ooh.
Shane says
tackle. Wow.
Tackle for loss yards. Is that a category we? Yeah, we did passing yards already.
Tackle for loss. How would you keep track of that?
Let me see.
I'm
gonna see if we keep that stat.
Yeah, I like that, but or if you could probably insert that stat.
Yeah, I could. I'm gonna see if I can because I can always make it 0 points, just something to just have it tracked with no repercussion to the score. Where would that be? That would be
defense
scoring system.
I like it because that would probably be pretty low. Could do all around.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Tackle for loss. Yeah, I can add that as a category in.
All right, well then put it on the wheel. I was gonna say we could do all around team touchdowns, or like running back touchdowns or receiver touchdowns.
I like the all around touchdowns, total touchdowns.
Could also do like RB1-2 touchdowns. So like if they put a third running back in flex, those don't count.
Oh yeah, RB1/2 TDs.
Put in like a parenthesis, no flex, so we know, and that would just make sure it's clear,
All right. So we got defense interception yards, defense interceptions, whole team rushing touchdowns, field goal made yards, most, flex rush yards, tackle for loss yards, total touchdowns, RB1 and 2 TDs, no flex. So two more good ones.
Including receiving. RBs can include receiving, just RB touchdowns. I mean, shit, you haven't come up with any. I think it's Brucey's time to shine.
Defense interception yards I came up with. Let me pull back up our stats or what we cover. I feel like if we did blocked field goals, that'd be too
Well-
little.
Well, we could throw the same wide receiver 1-2 touchdowns.
True.
You know, just different, a little bit different. What about something to do with the tight end? Not a single category has anything to do with tight ends up there.
Tight end yards.
Tight end yards could do.
Let me see.
Tight end
What other?
touchdowns.
What other?
Receptions? Tight end receptions or
Oh, receptions is a good one. Let's do tight end receptions.
all right. Well, could do it. I mean, we could have more than 10. You could throw tight end touchdowns in there too, or tight end yards, one of the two. That way there's two tight end categories. You should copy and paste these into a spreadsheet so we have them
Yeah. Let's.
for next year.
That's 10 right there. Do we want to add any more?
We could. We're kind of breezing through them. It wouldn't be bad to just have them, you know, for years
Yeah.
to come. Good dude. What do you think about tight end yards or touchdowns?
I think we did
One
tight
or
end.
the other.
We did tight end touchdowns, didn't we, or no?
Oh, did we? Okay.
Let me look. Let me pull it back up.
I didn't think so. I thought we did sacks, kicks,
No,
receiving or
we
passing
didn't.
yards.
We didn't.
Was it the most RB receiving touchdowns was the other one, or most receiving touchdowns?
Most flex receiving touchdowns.
Okay.
Tight end yards. Oh, Shane put receiver rushing yards. Then we could do rushing receiving yards.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of fucking wide receiver rushing yards.
Wide receiver. All right, that's 14.
That one would be super small,
Yeah.
which is fine.
All right, yeah, that's 14 on the list.
All tight end ones aren't next to each other on there, are they? Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Can you shuffle it? Oh yeah, there it is.
I'll shuffle it before we spin it. Can we? Shane says or yak yard after catch. Go back to see if we can.
Ooh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
Yeah, we should be able to.
That's gotta be a category, yeah. Fuck yeah, that's a sweet one. Got some good yackers on my team.
I don't think it is on here. We have reception of 20 plus yards, reception of 40 plus yards, average per reception. Average per reception on 3+ receptions. Receiving first down.
Do most 50-yard receptions.
What if we did most 40-yard? Just to kind of,
I mean, we could do that.
just to kind of help boost the number.
Yeah. 40+ yard receptions.
I spelled reception wrong. Whatever. We know what we mean. Can I add yak though? Receiving yards. Oh, I wish you could do yards after catch. God, that'd be a great one.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
All right. Do we want to? We can add targets, total targets. passing targets between like your entire team?
It's gonna be a lot for us to add up, but I mean, I like it because RBs are gonna get targets, both wide receivers, the flex.
Yeah, and again, that's a category that I can make worth 0 points. It just tracks it for us.
Oh, okay. We can put that on there. And then I think that's probably fucking good. We got enough for the next 15 years.
Oh yeah, it's 16. All right. Minus that. All right, let's shuffle this bad boy up.
Yeah.
Give it a handful of good shuffles there. All right. Drum roll, please. Our side pot for year 7 will be like tight end touchdowns.
Tight end tutties.
All right.
Let's get it. Now, could this get some people to run 2 tight end sets frequently?
Yeah. Do we do just from the flat or just from the tight end position or from that and flex?
I think if you got a tight end playing, you got a tight end playing.
Perfect. All right. Let's copy that. Let's add it to bottom of this list here. All right. That's in there. Perfect. All right. Well, that's the draft. That's the draft day special, everybody. Is that everything?
I think so.
There was one more. Oh, okay. Again, logos are being made for everybody. So if you can get your team name made, I mean, I saw Shane, you have your team made. I'll reach out to you. A couple other people had their team name set already. I'm going to try and send off another batch of team names to have made if people want. So we can try and get as many before the draft as possible. So then come in between the draft and the regular season, there's just less to do. So if you want to get your team name set soon, please do so we can get logos made. Otherwise, it'll probably be the day after the draft is what I'm asking everybody's team names to be set. What else? Was there anything else?
Day after the draft. Oh, no, never mind. There's a whole week in between, isn't there?
Yeah.
We'll say after the draft is fucking week 1, baby.
No, we have like a week and a half till the season starts.
Yeah.
So
I might do a little week 1 game watch special. We'll see.
Ooh. Okay. I'd be down for that. But yeah, so let's that's it.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, look forward to a great season. Subscribe to the channel because big things are happening. We do a lot of big things on this channel. You'll get notified when we go live, and we do a lot of other videos too. A lot of other gambling stuff that if you guys want to take part of, be a part of, keep in touch with our golf league that we do. Subscribe to the YouTube channel here. Otherwise, draft is next Saturday, 6 p.m. Show up. Look at that.
All of her glory.
That's what you're fighting for. That's what everyone's fighting for. That and a couple rings, a couple little ring dings.
Ring a ding ding.
Yeah, I guess I'll see everybody next week. Like I say, show up at 6 at Connor's place if you need the address. Let me know. We can get anybody set up with anything. I look forward to a good time. We are less than a week away officially till our draft.
Looking forward to it, y'all. We got some good food planned. Come hungry, please. And we'll BYOB. I got some shit for sure, but
And I'll
a little
get
something would be
some
nice.
beer. I'll get a couple cases of like Busch Light. But if anybody
Feel
wants
feel like
anything different than that, yeah, bring your own shit.
feel free to bring fucking, snacks or whatever you think to share, some dessert or whatever the hell. Like I know most of you do. Appreciate that. But of course, as always, we will have some great food.
Yes, we'll have some good shit. It'll be a good time. And yeah, I think that's it. Everyone have a
Over
good
and
rest
out.
of the day.